4 weeks in Raj, but I also went 3 weeks to my parents, to my mother and my brother. My uncle is in Florida, and now my brother is from
50.
in this life.
50.
4 times 5.
Huh?
4 times 5 is 50. 50.
Just sit down and lay down and breathe. That's the body. Yeah. This is a good place. It's around the
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandanam Brajajanaranjanam Yashodanandanam Yashodanandanam Brajajanaranjanam Yashodanandanam Brajajanaranjanam Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandanam Brajajanaranjanam Yashodanandanam Brajajanaranjanam Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjanam Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjanam Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Kunja Vihari Jai Om Vishnu Pada Paramahansa Pabhujacharya Astuttara Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhai Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON NBVT Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Srila Prabhupada Ji Ki Maha Krishna Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Gaur Premanande. All glorious assembly devotees. All glorious assembly devotees. All glorious assembly devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraet Nasta Prayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Utamashloke Bhakti Bhakti Nastiki Shringvatan Swakatha Krishna Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Vidanta Istohya Bhadarani Vidhunot Suritsatam Krishna Swadamupagate Dharma Gyanadivi Saha Kalona Sadishamisha Puranarkodanodaha Mahagrantha Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 25, verse 50. The title of the chapter is The Descriptions of the Characteristics of King Puranjana. Repeat after me. Pitrihu Nripa Purya Dvar Pitrihu Nripa Purya Dvar Pitrihu Nripa Purya Dvar Dakshinena Puranjana Dakshinena Puranjana Dakshinena Puranjana Rastram Dakshina Panchalam Rastram Dakshina Panchalam Rastram Dakshina Panchalam. At least we can remember of Panchali, that is the Draupadi, the great devotee of Mahabharata. Yati Shrutadharam Vittaha Yati Shrutadharam Vittaha Yati Shrutadharam Vittaha. Shrutidhara was the peoples in the previous ages that only for heard one time a verse they memorized it. Yes, especially the Gurukulas, the sons of Kshatriyas and Brahmanas. They heard one time these Shruti mantras and memorized. They are Shrutidharas. Okay, let's go. Pitrihur Nripapurya Dhar Dakshinena Puranjana Rashtram Dakshina Panchalam Yati Shuttadharam Vitaha Pitrihur Nripapurya Dhar Dakshinena Puranjana Rashtam Dakshina Panchalam Yati Shuttadharam Vitaha. Devotees. Pitehur Nripapurya Dhar Dakshinena Puranjanaha Rastam Dakshina Panchalam Yati Shutta Dharam Vitaha Pitrihur Nipapuryadvar Dakshinena Puranjanaha Rastram Dakshina Panchalam Yati Shuddhadaram Vitaha. Mataji's. Pitrihur Nipapuryadvar Dakshinena Puranjanaha Rashtam Dakshina Panchalam Yati Shuddhadaram Vitaha. Word by word. Pitrihu. Of the name Pitrihu. Nripa. O king. Puryaha. Of the city. Dwaha. Gate. Dakshinena. On the southern side. Puranjanaha. King Puranjana, our hero. Rastram, the country. Dakshina, southern. Panchalam, of the name Panchala. Yati, used to go. Shruttadhara Anvitaha. Along with his friend Shruttadhara. Okay, the translation from Sanskrit to English. The southern gate of the city was known as Pitrihu, and through that gate King Puranjana used to visit the city named Dakshina Panchala, accompanied by his friend Shruttadhara. Okay, let's go repeat together. The southern gate of the city was known as Pitrihu. And through that gate King Puranjana used to visit the city named Dakshina Panchala, accompanied by his friend Shruttadhara. Okay. Purport given by His Divine Grace Bhajana Vinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. The right ear is used for karma kandya. The left is used for jnana kanda, or fruitive activities. As long as one is attached to the enjoyment of material resources, he hears from the right ear and uses the five senses to elevate himself to the higher planetary systems like Pitriloka. Consequently, the right ear is here described as the Pitrihu gate. End of purport. Om Agyanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militanjana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Staptanyena Bhutale Swayanupa Kadamahyam Dadat Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Dinamne Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adigaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Tat Sat. The verse again. Piturhur Nripa Purya Dvar Dakshanena Puranjanaham Rastram Dakshana Panchalam Yat Shuttadharam Vittaha. The southern gate of the city was known as Piturhu, and through that gate King Puranjana used to visit the city named Dakshina Panchala, accompanied by his friend Shuttadhara. Hare Krishna. Good morning to everyone. Thanks for coming to the Srimad Bhagavatam lecture. Today is a special day. Today is the birthday of the Mataji Yamuna Kelly. That is inside the altar. Mataji Yamuna Kelly ki. Okay. Here we continue the description of Prachina Maharishat, the father of the Prachetas, and how the Prachina Maharishat was involved in karma kandi activities, in fruitive, in materialistic activities, according to Vedas. And the sadhus are so much merciful. Because of the merciful of the sadhus, we can go out of this material world. And Narada Muni decided to save the Prachina Maharishat. Now Narada Muni narrated the history of Puranjana. Puranjana is allegory with us, the conditional souls. Puranjana means that person that living in the city, and the city is the body. Yes, us spiritual soul living in the material body. This is not was a good business. And this narration is very, very closer of the Sankhya. Yes, the description of the kshetra. And kshetra, especially the kshetra, the involvement of the spiritual soul in this material world. I remember the history of Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami was parrot of Srimati Radharani, Sri Ashoka, and this parrot was heard the Srimad Bhagavatam in a tree. Who narrated this Srimad Bhagavatam was Lord Shiva. But when we get the third canto, the description of the Visarga, this material world, the Parvati started to sleep. I remember this, yes, this description of Puranjana. But I will read from the Puranjana Prabhu, this moment of Srimad Bhagavatam. Texts 44 to 62. Puranjana becomes captivated by his wife. Sorry, my English. I don't know speak English. In that city, Narada continued. Puranjana and his wife achieved great happiness. Many professional singers used to sing about the glories of King Puranjana and his glorious activities. When it was too hot in the summer, he used to enter a reservoir of water. He would surround himself with many women and enjoy their company. This was verse 44. At times, Puranjana left through one or another of the city's gates, accompanied by specific friends to visit distant cities to taste particular types of pleasure. Like this is just this normal behavior of the conditioner. So yes, the travels is too much satisfy, yes, bring a lot pleasure to conditioner souls. This is natural. At other times, although King Puranjana was the ruler of citizens who possessed eyes, he unfortunately used to associate with blind men. Accompanied by them, he used to go here and there and perform various activities. This was the verse 54. I will read only paragraph more. The gates through with Puranjana travel are the 9 gateways leading into and out of the body. Each gate afforded him enjoyment of a particular type of sense object body. Puranjana's blind associates were his arms and legs. Although we depend on our arms and legs, they are blind without holes with to experience the outside world. Because they are blind, they must be directed by the intelligence. Okay, I will continue. You was here. I will continue reading the pastimes of Lord Nityananda. In the last 2 lectures, we was reading from Chaitanya Bhagavat. From Vrindavana Das Thakur, Antyakanda, chapter 5, the pastimes of Nityananda. We was discussed like in the Western culture we will have writers like Shakespeare, Baudelaire, Edgar Allan Poe, Virgilio, Homero, but in Bengal have Krishna Das Kaviraj and Vrindavana Das Thakur. Yes, the kids and youngs study these books on school. No more. Oh, Kali Yuga. This is even literature is so sweet. Okay, this is the verse 420, very suggestive. I have the Bengali, but I will not read Bengali. I will read directly from the English. Bhajabai Hena Nityananda Racharana Yanhara Prasadi Pati Chaitanya Sharana. All brothers, just worship the lotus feet of Nityananda, by whose mercy one can attain the shelter of Lord Nityananda. After some days, Nityananda Prabhu felt a desire to see Mother Sachi. This chapter especially is about the Panihat festival, the Panihati Dadi Chahi. Yes? Chira, yes. Panihati Dahi Chira. Yes, the pastime of Lord Nityananda. We have this pastime on the Chaitanya Charitamrita, but we have another perspective in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Because Vrindavana Das Thakur was a disciple of Lord Nityananda, he focused a lot in the pastime of Lord Nityananda. And by order of Lord Chaitanya in Puri, Lord Chaitanya recommended to Nityananda go to preach in Bengal. So in this moment, Lord Nityananda are back in Bengal to preach, but he make a stop on the Panihati village and stay 3 months with your associates. So he began an auspicious journey to Navadvipa, accompanied by his associates. Kids. On the way, the Lord came to the house of Purandara Pandit in the village of Kadhadha. As he entered the village of Kadhadha, Lord Nityananda danced so wonderfully that is beyond description. Purandara Pandita became so intoxicated with ecstatic love that he climbed a tree and roared like a lion. The bodies of Sri Chaitanya Das displayed no sign of external consciousness. He would chase tigers through the forest. Sometimes he would jump on a tiger's back. Yet, by the mercy of Krishna, the tiger would not harm him. Sometimes Chaitanya Das would fearlessly take a large python on his lap and play with it. He would fearlessly play with tigers. All this was possible by the mercy of Avaduta Nityananda. Yeah, don't try to do this in your home. Lord Nityananda Prabhu was affectionated to his servants. He freely gave them mellows of love. They were hurriedly attained by Brahma. Chaitanya Das had no fear for his external body, of which he was completely forgetful. He could spend all 24 hours of the day chanting Hare Krishna, Mahamantra, or speaking about Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Sometimes he would remain submerged in water for 2 or 3 days, but he would feel no bodily inconvenience. Thus he behaved almost like inert matter, yet sometimes he displayed great enthusiasm like that of a lion. It's not possible to describe the transformations of devotional service displayed by Chaitanya Das, for they were all unlimited. But it is understood that anyone who was touched by the air that came in contact with Murari Chaitanya Das would certainly be enlightened in Krishna consciousness. Nowadays, someone calls himself Chaitanya Das, though he never chants the glories of Lord Chaitanya, even in his dreams. Sri Krishna Chaitanya is the beloved Lord of Advaita. Advaita became truly glorious as a result of his devotional service to Lord Chaitanya. All glories to Advaita's devotional service to Lord Chaitanya. Advaita was fully empowered by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Saintly persons always glorify Advaita in this way, but some people consider this an insult to Advaita. Some useless person like this can call himself Chaitanya Das, but how can such a sinful person attain the shelter of Advaita? Without the mercy of Lord Advaita, it's impossible to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Look like in this time, a group of persons have envy of Lord Advaita or Lord Nityananda, yes, and make separatism. One who considers such sinful person a follower of Advaita never understands the heart of Advaita. The persons may be known by the name Chaitanya Das or servant of Chaitanya, just as demons are known by the name Punya Jana or pious person. After passing some days at Kadadhaha, Nityananda went with his associates to Saptagrama. In this village of Saptagrama, there is a place associated with the 7 sages known throughout the world as Trivengata. The 7 sages previously performed austerities and attained the lotus feet of Govinda on the bank of the Ganges at this place. The 3 goddesses Jahnavi, Yamuna and Saraswati merge together at his place. Yes, this is a place that the Ganga is large. Yes, in Nadia, in Navadvipa, and devotees in Parikram, Navadvipa, Manobar Parikram stop on this place and they bat on Ganges. Yes, chant the Gayatri in this place is very nice. This place is renowned throughout the world as Trivengat. By taking darshan of this place, all one's sins are destroyed. Nityananda and his associates took bath at this gata in great ecstasy. Lord Nityananda stayed on the bank of the Triveni at the house of the fortunate Udharanadatta. Udharanadatta sincerely worshipped the feet of Nityananda with his body, mind, and speech. How fortunate was Udharana, who achieved the opportunity of serving Nityananda Swarupa in his house. I remember one time, I think it was 2004, Srila Japataka Maharaj came from Brazil for a big festival in Nova Gokula, and he was with tooth pain, and he needed of a dentist. I want to go to a dentist now. And a friend of the devotees that was a cardiacist. Do you know what is cardiacism? Cardiacism is very spread in Brazil. It's a religion founded by Allan Kardec in France in 19th century. The base is the Bible, but they accept the influence of spirits, and they accept karma and reincarnation. It's a very interesting religion, yes, it's a closer of the Vedas. And the devotees call this dentist, and then this dentist medication take care of Guru Maharaj, of Japataka Maharaj, and after Japataka Maharaj want to take a bath. But where Japataka Maharaj will take a bath? And this dentist bring Guru Maharaj to his house, and Japataka Maharaj took a bath in his house. Yes, he's not a devotee. He's only a friend of devotees, but he gave this great mercy. Yes? Japataka Maharaj take bath in his house. Imagine in India how many disciples want this but never get. Yes, Japataka Maharaj personally go in the house of this dentist, a cardiacist, and take bath personally. There is no doubt that the entire mercantile community was delivered by Udharanadatta. Lord Nityananda advented to deliver the mercantile community. He gave them the qualification to develop ecstatic love of God. Nitai Chandra would personally enjoy kirtan pastimes in the houses of all the merchants in Saptagrama. All the merchants took shelter at the lotus feet of Nityananda and worshipped him in all respects. People of the entire world became astonished on seeing the merchants' devotional service to Krishna. Vaishyas. The glories of Nityananda Prabhu are unlimited. He delivered even the foolish degraded merchants. Haribo. In the beginning of this pastime, Lord Chaitanya gave the instruction to Lord Nityananda, go to Bengali, because this incarnation of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda not came to deliver only Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. No. Opposed this, came to deliver the more stupid, more foolish, more degraded persons. The kirtan pastime that took place in Saptagrama cannot be described even in 100 years. Saptagrama became filled with the same ecstasy that had previously filled the entire district of Nadia. Whether day or night, people did not feel the urges of hunger, thirst, fear, or sleep. All directions were filled with the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord Chaitanya. Nityananda Prabhu enjoyed kirtan and pastime in every house, every neighborhood, and every village. There was no one in the world who was not overwhelmed on seeing the ecstatic mood of Nityananda Swarupa. What to speak of others, even Yavanas, who are inimical to Vishnu, took shelter at his lotus feet. When the Brahmanas saw the Yavanas' tears of ecstatic love, they condemned themselves. Like the husband of the Brahmanas in the pastime of Krishna Lila, when Krishna go and the Brahmanas, no. Now we make yagas. But the wife is very soon, very fast, go serve Lord Krishna. All glories to Avaduta Chandra Mahashaya, by whose mercy all such pastimes took place. In this way, Nityananda Swarupa happily enjoyed pastimes in Saptagrama and Ambuya Muluka. Then after some days, he went to the house of his dear Advaita Acharya in Shantipur. When Advaita saw Nityananda's face, he could not understand how joyful he became. He roared loudly and chanted the name of Hari. Then Advaita circumambulated Nityananda and offered him obeisances. Nityananda Swarupa embraced Advaita and soaked his body with tears of ecstatic love. They both became overwhelmed upon seeing each other, and they felt unlimited indescribable ecstasy. They rolled on the ground in each other's embrace, and they tried to grab each other's feet. The two roared, difficult to miss word. The two roared more loudly than millions of lions, and they were unable to control their madness. After a while, the two most sober Prabhus became pacified and sat down together in one place. The broad-minded Advaita folded his hands and happily offered prayers to Nityananda. Your form is Nityananda. This is a quote of Lord Advaita. Your form is Nityananda, and your name is Nityananda. You are the personification of Lord Chaitanya's transcendental qualities. You are the ultimate cause of all living entities' deliverance. You protect religious principles even during the total annihilation. You propagate Lord Chaitanya's devotional service in ecstatic love. You are the full empowered branch of the tree of Lord Chaitanya. You are the supreme instructor of all devotees headed by Brahma, Shiva, and Narada. Everyone attains devotional service to Vishnu by your mercy, yet you are never touched by pride. The mood of Lord Nityananda is like a kid, yes, a little boy. You are the deliverer of the fallen souls. You do not find faults in others. Only a person who has hips of piety can understand you. You are the personification of all sacrifice. Simple by remember you, all bondage of ignorance is destroyed. If you do not reveal yourself, who will have the power to know you? You are free from anger. You are supremely blissful, and you are the ultimate controller. You are the thousand-headed original Lord who sustains the universe. You are Sri Lakshmana, the destroyer of the demoniac dynasty. You are Haladhara, the son of the coward. You have incarnated in this world to deliver the foolish, fallen, and wretched souls. Haribo! The devotional service desired by the best of the mystic yogis and sages will be obtained by anyone and everyone by your mercy. As Advaita glorified Nityananda, he became absorbed in ecstasy and forgot himself. Advaita knows the glories of Nityananda, and some most fortunate souls also know. But the quarrels that are seen between them are nothing but sources of transcendental happiness, provided one understands them. Who has the power to understand the words of Advaita? Indeed, he is not different from the Supreme Lord. In this way, the two Prabhus joyfully relished the auspicious topic of Lord Krishna. Nityananda exchanged many confidential topics with Advaita and thereby unlimitedly increased his happiness. Thereafter, Nityananda took permission from Advaita and departed for Navadvipa. Yes, like Jagannatha Baladeva Srimati Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Gauranitai ki. It's around 50 minutes in bus, Shantipur to Navadvipa. Or Mayapur Chandrodaya, né? On seeing Nityananda Swarupa, Mother Sach... He went first to the house of Mother Sach and offered obeisances at her feet. On seeing Nityananda Swarupa, Mother Sach's happiness was boundless. Mother Sach said, "My dear son, you are certainly the super soul, for I just had a desire to see you." Realizing my desire, you came quickly here. Therefore, who within this world can understand you? My dear son, stay here in Navadvipa for some days, so that I can see you every 10, 15 or 30 days. I am distressed and desire to see you. Now, by the arrangement of Providence, you have come to remove my distress. More 5 minutes. Nityananda said, "Listen, Mother Sachi, oh Mother of all, I have come here to see you. I had a great desire to see you here. Therefore, on your order, I will stay in Navadvipa." After speaking with Mother Sachi in this way, Nityananda happily wandered throughout Navadvipa. Nityananda enjoyed kirtan pastimes with his associates in each of the houses within Navadvipa. After arriving in Navadvipa, Nityananda Prabhu became the personification of ecstasy in Kirtana. He constantly enjoyed Sankirtana with his associates in each and every house. Simply on seeing his most enchanting dress as the leader of the Sankirtan party, pious people were greatly satisfied. His head was decorated with various fine silk cloths, upon which was placed various flower garlands. Around his neck, he wore varieties of necklaces made of jewels, pearls, and gold. His ears were adorned with gold earrings set with pearls. He wore beautiful gold armlets and bracelets. I do not know how many flower garlands decorated his body. His entire body was smeared with sandalwood pulp mixed with gorochana. He always sported like a cowboy. He effortlessly held a wonderful iron staff. His 10 fingers were all decorated with the gold rings. The 10 fingers of Lord Nityananda, in each finger have a ring. He was most charming, dressed with varieties of fine white, blue, and yellow silk cloths. He had a cane, a flute, and a bamboo stick stuck in his belt. By seeing or remembering him, the minds of everyone in this world become enchanted. His lotus feet were adorned with silver ankle bells and bands, which produced sweet sounds as he moved like the king of elephants. Gajendra. In whichever direction Nityananda Prabhu glanced, everyone became filled with the mellows of love for Krishna. In this way, Nityananda resided in Navadvipa, the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, in great happiness. Navadvipa is just like the capital city of Mathura. No one knew how many people lived there. There were so many pious people that simply by seeing them, sinful peoples become liberated from all sinful reactions. Many sinful peoples also lived among them. Simply by touching their shadows, all one's religious principles were destroyed. Yet by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, they were also brought to the path of pure Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya personally delivered many living entities, and through Nityananda he delivered the 3 words. In some way or other, Nityananda delivered the thieves, the hogs, the fallen, and the wretched. I hope that Brazilian peoples also. Now, listening to the topics of how Nityananda Prabhu delivered the dacoits. This is very interesting. Okay. I will start. This is another pastime I will start reading in the next lecture. This is very, very, very fun. Why? I think the devotees know, of course, but is ever special when remember the pastimes of Lord, because this purify our consciousness. But I know that you know. Why Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya are considered brothers? If Lord Chaitanya the fathers is Mother Sach and Jagannatha Mishra, and Lord Nityananda is Hadai Pandita and Padmavati. And Lord Nityananda born in the Radhadesh, yes, Lord Nityananda in Navadvipa. Everyone knows that Lord Chaitanya have a senior brother, yes, a major brother? Elder brother, yes, thank you. I don't understand in Ukraine.
There's no translation.
Translation is not coming.
He sleep?
He sleep, maybe he's...
Hey, wake up! Adwai. Okay, I will speak in Ukraine now. And the elder brother of Lord Chaitanya was Vishwarupa, and he took sannyas, and this hurt the heart of Mother Sach. And after Lord Chaitanya took sannyas also, this destroy completely Mother Sach. But in the spiritual view, this is a great merciful, because Mother Sach can love Lord Chaitanya in the mood of separation, in the Vipralambha Seva. And this was one of the great instructions, teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Yes, the way more auspicious to worship Radha Krishna is in the mood of the Vipralambha Seva, like the six Goswamis gave the example. But Mother Sach, your heart is melted in suffer, and because this, Lord Chaitanya stay in Jagannatha Puri, because her ask, and here Lord Chaitanya send Lord Nityananda, and when Vishwarupa left the body, the Vishwarupa enter in the body of Lord Nityananda, because this is considered Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya brothers. Of course, the incarnation of Krishna Balarama. And Mother Sati, sometimes when she see Lord Nityananda, she see Vishwarupa, and because this, she called Lord Nityananda of my son. Yes, it's a very confidential, very interesting motive. But times I will finish here. If one want make a commentary. He was very smart.
With sandalwood, what else was put? You read that with sandal.
Gorachana.
Gorat?
Gorachana. In Srimad Bhagavatam, describe an element, Gorchana, Gocha, like this, is a kind of incense. But I think that in nowadays we don't have more. I never see, even in India. Included in India, you know, the companies that do the incense make a lot chemical products, yes. But in the time of Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya, have kind of incense, or like a pasta that you burn in, like incense. It is very special. But I think nowadays we don't have more.
Final question. Once Vrindavan Chandra asked me, what is the difference between Viraha and Vipralambha? The difference between Viraha and Vipralambha.
Viraha.
And Vipralambha.
What means Viraha?
Separation.
Ah. I need to check the syntax. Yes, I can check in the Sanskrit dictionary and give the answer to you. I can't. I know the difference of Sambhoga and Vipralambha. Sambhoga, and when Krishna meet with the gopis, with devotees, is very jubilous, and Vipralambha is when separation is more intense. Yes, it's more deep, more profound. I will check this because in my memory, I don't know. I think that I will speculate now. Sorry. I think that Vipralambha is a very specific word used in rasa, in the relationship with Krishna and your devotees. And Viraha is a more generic word. Because the Vipralambha is a concept in rasa, in bhakti. Yes. In Viraha, I think there's a generic word, I suppose. Okay, everybody satisfied? Maha Krishna Bhagavatam ki, Shri Chaitanya Nityananda ki, Gaur Pramanande, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.